Welcome to 860's Blunt Truth.
Yeah, I walked away earlier, but I swear I heard y'all talk about being 50% European. What, what was that video that I was privy
I
to?
was talking about his monkey lips.
Yeah, we're just playing. I was chewing on some Doritos, and I said, "Let me chew these Doritos with my European monkey lips."
Yeah,
My
that's so
half-breed.
crazy though, because I watched a video that explained that the difference between Puerto Rican, Colombian, and shit like that, and Dominican, and the
Right.
difference is the amount of African versus European content in our blood.
Yeah, I've been saying that shit all
It
along.
might be the video you sent me. I think I saw that shit. Like they broke down the percentages of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and shit like that, and the percentages.
Yeah, that shit was kind of funny. I'm like, yo, see, I told y'all I knew that Puerto Rico was a spot where they came by and was humping a lot. I fucking told y'all I knew that shit. That's all they was doing was flushing out the brown on the island.
Oh,
They was
that's
doing
it.
that everywhere.
Yeah. But it's funny though, because if you notice, pigmentation wins out every time.
Yo, not everything.
It
No,
starts to, it
well,
starts to take over, yo.
yeah, after a while.
Right? Because I ain't never seen I ain't never seen a colored person or a dark pigmented person and a light pigmented person have a light pigmented baby ever.
Right.
The baby's always got a mix, and it's always just a little bit darker, but just a little bit lighter. You know what I mean? And that's what's happening right now. Is that's been their scare, bro. Like remember how we talked about that before in our past show about how they're afraid of the white culture being whitewashed or taken out or whatever it was that they was saying. It was kind of interesting to
Yeah.
think about that.
I don't know if I ever told y'all guys, but I created an experiment to show the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans exactly how they came about. So what you do is you get 5 cups of Coke soda to represent the Latin community. In 1 cup you put 10% Coca-Cola in it. The next cup you put 20% Coca-Cola in it. Next cup 30%, 40%, 50%, right? Now you have all these different cups of Coca-Cola with different percentages in it, right? Now what you do to that Coke soda is you fill the glass up with water. You add 90% water to the 10% Coke, 80% water to the 20% Coke, 70% water to the 30%, 60 to the 40, and 50 to the 50. Then what's in that glass is your five land tribes. Because the more water you add to the goddamn Coca-Cola, the lighter the goddamn soda becomes. And that's how the races happened. It was
Oh,
all
so you,
down.
you came up with that just now by yourself?
Nah, I've been thought of that. I did it before on the video, but I want to do another video of it. We had the 5 cups laid out. And
Maybe we could do that on this show. Maybe we could do it on
Right.
this show.
explain them. Now you're looking at the 5 cups. Now you have 5 cups. They're all filled to the top with liquids. They all have different consistencies. You know what I'm saying? They all have
Yeah.
different colors. The one with the 10% Coke soda in it is damn near white. Those are like your Spaniards. The ones with 20%, those are might be your Colombians. The one with 30% might be your Cubans. The one with 40% might be your Colombians. Well, 50% is like your Barbadians. You know what I'm saying? Your Barbados is like that. And that's how this shit happened. They added more water, more diluent to the strong, pure, dark race that was already here, creating different shades. So that
Makes
was an
sense.
experiment that I came up with. If you guys like it, maybe we can do it one day on the show.
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't mind. I like to see it too, to see how that goes and mix in all the different other cultures, because they talk about what you talk about. Like, so, so the mixture of the Taino with the, with other things. It'd be real interesting to see how, like, with your experiment, how that will play out, like putting in the percentages like you just did. So
Right.
everybody can see like that visual. Like once you see the visual, you start to understand we all the same.
Right. The only thing that makes it different is the amount of diluent we have in our blood, which is the white man.
Oh yeah. So I guess we started the show already, y'all. So let me just introduce it real quick. I'm your moderator slash instigator, Roman Christopher. And you know we got the master debater. He's never been a hater, Yaiko. And of course we got the old man with the cold plan, Razel the educator. What it do? I mean, y'all guys already
What it
started
do?
the
What
show
it do?
off. That's
Yeah, it
Yeah, what
looks
it
interesting.
like
do?
it.
What it do?
Bro, excuse me, man. I'm bundled up, man. It's cold out here, man. It's
Hey,
cold.
hey, it's cold in the streets, bro. We already know this to be a fact, so you don't gotta apologize.
It looked like
It's,
the sun is out over there. I don't know. Wherever you at, it look like the
yeah,
You
sun
yeah.
know,
Don't worry
beaming. Look
about where
nice
I'm
and
at
hot.
right now. It's cold still.
it's like it's somewhere in Pasadena or somewhere, right?
For real. El Paco.
Listen, everybody knows. Everybody knows it's a filter. It's wishful thinking. It's keep the site is keeping me warm.
Facts,
But I'm gonna tell
facts.
you now, the sight of what you got behind you there, Chris. Oh, that got me worried. Let me tell you what, man.
But this ain't a filter. I'm actually here. I'm in a helicopter right now. I have I
Oh, it's
have
bad.
noise reduction headphones on and microphone. So
Nice, nice.
if you look behind me though, I'm about to be landing there pretty soon. That's Epstein's Island.
Is
I'm here
that
in
little St. James?
Little St. James. Let me move out the way for the custies. Let me see.
Little St. James. Oh, wow. And that is
Yeah.
the island where all the shit took place, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what it is. I mean, since we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. I'm pretty sure everybody been noticing everything going on with these Epstein files. So, we're gonna talk about the situation with these kids they call Jerky. I know you guys saw the footage and read some of the files. That shit's crazy. For the people that don't know, Epstein files dropped, and there's some stuff in there speaking on children being. Should we even say it? Devoured.
Yeah, we can definitely say it because that's what the files indicate.
Right,
It's not
right.
alleged. According to the files, it's not alleged. They're
Yeah.
saying that this is what took place on this island.
Yep.
Well,
And they
I think it's still considered a legend only because they spoke in code. So it has to be proven and that's what they were talking about. But anybody
that's a
with
good
common
point.
sense knows what they were talking about.
Yeah, that's a good point. So since you got the floor, you want to take it, Yaiko, or you want to start with Razel?
No, let's keep the format, man. I like when Rozelle come out with his. How about we'll switch it up next time because I don't. First of all, I don't like feeding. I don't want to feed off his answer. You know what I mean? And I want to like just try to like not get the last word. I, I, I want to see. Honestly, I want to see how it pans out. Switching it up. I want to see where my thought process come from. If it come from a different place or not. Because sometimes I question that. Like is my
But
mindset.
I don't think Razel saw the whole thing that we watched.
You know
Oh,
So
what? You
okay,
know what?
okay.
I saw enough of it. But with that being said, and you wanted to switch up, it's all yours, my boy. Take off.
Oh, okay. All right, wait, quick refresher on the topic.
all right,
Tell
so
me,
the
man. Oh
um
man.
the kids being labeled jerky in these files from what
Mhm.
allegedly and, just the emails back and forth about this jerky situation. I'm pretty sure you remember everything, right? About them
Yeah.
saying Epstein is switching to a normal diet, and he said there's 6 bags of jerky in the fridge and a freezer, and
Right.
I'm saying that they're gonna walk the jerky up to him now, and people giving birth, say allegedly eating the birth, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're going.
Yeah.
I want you to elaborate and give me your thoughts on that, so that Razel can feed off you. So I'm sure he saw enough of
Word.
it, but I know we watched. If I'm not mistaken, I think you said you watched the whole thing.
Oh, I most certainly did. Yeah, I thank you for the refresher. My apologies, y'all. Like I said, I smoke a lot, but sometimes I watch things. I watch so many things that it's just too much information. Um,
Yeah, I'm right there
but
with
yeah,
you.
that kind of stuff for some reason like that eats me up. But I've been talking about this on our show since we started this platform, since the very beginning. and I mentioned that I've come in contact, or I have either witnessed or spoken to people who claim to have knowledge of such events in practice. And it's crazy to me that people are taking this subject so lightly. And now that the Epstein files are coming out, now everybody's like, oh snap, it's real, it's true, but nobody's reacting. And it got me thinking, because I'm a big nerd, I'm a comic book buff, and there was something that the Joker said in Batman Returns, and that's, even if something chaotic happens in the world, as long as people are aware of what the outcome is going to be, they will accept it. But if they experience something that's completely outside of the realm of explanation, is when they start to panic. And the reality is that since they've been fed this information little by little, they're not taking it serious. People take it like it's a joke. I'm telling y'all now, with all this stuff that's coming out, I urge y'all to go look up a lot of the past creators that I spoke about on this show. Look up a lot of our past episodes and see that there's a lot of these topics that I either touched on, Rozelle has touched on, or Chris has touched on in many different cases that related to a lot of this stuff. And most of y'all, rather than comment on the show, decided you don't come to us and be like, yeah, we feel what you're saying, but y'all don't want to be targets. Well, guess what? You're part of the problem too.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? At least we saying something about it. We showing our faces on the air. We're putting it out there. What are you doing? Supporting from the shadows? You're not helping. You're not helping.
Now I'm going to cut you off, but when you speak of support and you speak of people not doing anything about this, I saw a video a guy made, a black man, and it made so much sense. And what he said was, and if you disagree with me, guys, please let me know. If you agree with me, let me know. What he said was, had the Epstein file came out, right, and it had been 300 melanated men abusing, uh, assaulting, and unaliving little white kids,
Yeah.
America would be in an uproar.
Right.
And the files would have been out a year ago. America's not in an uproar because it's a whole bunch of white men doing a whole bunch of stuff to a lot of minority kids. Now, don't get me wrong, there has been white victims as well as victims of color.
Right.
But when you got white America, and I hate to say this because I don't want to sound prejudiced, but I just look at things with a logical eye. When you got white America looking at white perpetrators doing harmful things to a lot of minority babies, it kind of goes for a lot of them up under the rug because it's now one of their own. But had it been black perpetrators, I guarantee you the outcome right now would be a lot different. Names would be in the news, first name, middle name, last name, social security, their mother's and father's last name, where they was born, what they played with as children. Everything would be in the news for us, the American people, to read and know about. But because it's a bunch of men who don't look like me, the names are being redacted. And I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Just the fact that all the names are covered up. How do you feel about that, Yaiko? Did you hear about that? About the victims' names being shown, but the people that did it to them not being shown?
Yeah. I think the victim's name being shown and not the perpetrator is, I think it's heinous in a way because you're re-traumatizing those people. You know what I'm saying? Because now their names are out there. They got to walk around with their faces out, knowing that everybody around them knows this. And whether people are thinking of this or not when they around them, they don't know that. In their mind, in the back of their mind, all they're hearing is that voice. Oh, everybody knows. Everybody's looking at me. Everybody's judging me. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like a re-traumatization to them. To
I
not have
agree.
the names of the perpetrators, that's ridiculous. But I wanted to touch on, before you take over, Razel, I wanted to touch on something that Chris said I thought was very important, and I didn't elaborate on, was the ritualistic ways that these messages came across. Like he said, one person stating that they just gave birth and now they're eating a burger right after. A jerky being walked like weaning off of the food so that somebody else can take over the position. It sounds like a cult. And for people to not understand that there are higher, I'm not even gonna say, I'm not gonna give them that power. I'm not gonna say higher beings. I'm gonna say different dimensional beings with other agendas are in control of what these people do and how they live. You can't see past their actions. You get what I'm saying? I see that they worship some evil. They all of them, from
Right.
Lucifer down to all of them. Like they all worship a different demon. There's at least 12 to 13 of them. Think I'm joking? Do your research.
Oh no, there's definitely um satanica going on amongst the elites. Um, but I don't think it's a cult. I think it's a movement. You know, because a cult, I feel like we have a cult. You have one guy leading the show, and I don't think it's just one guy. I think it's a bunch of handlers, a bunch of ringleaders.
So
I
would
mean,
you say it's
ultimately,
safer to call
uh,
it a
uh,
coven?
it's a coven. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a coven. It's not a cult. It's a coven. A bunch of witches and warlocks forming sacrifices and ceremonies to please their demon gods and goddesses. It's a coven. That's exactly what it is. It's not a cult. A cult is a bunch of people following one dude blindlessly. I think everybody knows what they're doing. They believe that they're going to be rewarded in the end for all their wicketry, and I believe it is a covenant.
So is it possible that they? Because for me, I feel like they might not even be like human. To be honest with you, I feel like they might be another species or something. Because I be thinking about this cannibal stuff, and the thought of people just eating people is kind of. I don't want to say far fetched because I do believe there are people out there that would and that will and that do. But I feel like it's one of those where like if you're a serial killer, right? And you're a fan of matter of fact, what's that dude's name? Jeffrey Dahmer,
Yeah.
the one that was eating people,
Yep.
whatever, eating kids. So
John Casey, all of them motherfuckers eat people.
so things like that, I would look at it like it's one thing for somebody to follow suit and try to, but those type of people, they like to get a name, they like to be famous, they like to get a rep off of it. You know what I'm saying? And people know who they are for that, right? And then
Yeah.
that's humanist. I feel like that's humanistic shit. And then same thing with like serial killers. Serial killers, they want to be known for what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll get away with it for a while, but they want to be famous for that shit. And that's
Right.
humanistic shit. These people are trying to be under wraps with it. They don't want to get caught. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like that's a humanistic nature. Like I feel like humans want to be known for shit. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, but they got too many people under wraps doing this shit and they're trying to hide from being seen, or they don't want their names out there or nothing like that. They don't want to be famous for this shit. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
because you gotta understand, they are not the dealers. Dealers want to be known on the streets. They want to be known by the customers. They want to be known. These people are not dealers. Jeffrey was a dealer. Trump's a dealer. These people, for the most part, are junkies. And the drug of choice is vanity. They do it for stardom. They do it for fame, and they do it to try to preserve themselves and keep themselves younger by feasting on the remains of unalive children, by drinking blood, by bathing in blood, by doing all these rituals that keep them young and relevant. I think they're all just junkies. Because you notice, just like junkies, when they don't have their fix, what do they do? They go through withdrawal. You see them 4 or 5 days later, they look like pure shit. They're junkies.
You got a point. I don't
What
know,
you got? You gotta
man.
go
There's a
anything?
lot of creepy things going on, yo.
So you think it's possible that these people could be reptilians?
I believe there's many races, and all the stories and legends that we hear are true when they talk about vampires, werewolves, swamp creatures, the leviathans, the serpent that eats the world. All these legends, everything they talk about, there's truth behind it. So yeah, these things exist. They walk amongst us.
I
We just
believe,
can't
I
see 'em.
believe, I believe that the higher ups in the organizations probably are more than likely draconians. You know what I'm saying? But I think, like over time, they have introduced spells and concoctions and mixtures and elixirs that keep people young, to keep them vibrant, and because people are so scared of growing old, they're willing to do whatever it takes. So they say, "Hey, we'll make you pretty forever. We'll keep you relevant. All you gotta do is just keep bringing us more food, more souls, more people to offer up." And that's what these people do. And it's become, like I just said 5 minutes ago, it's become a fucking huge ass covenant.
Yeah. It's global. It's a global control. And if you guys don't believe it, why do you think all these celebrities are suddenly like, I'll give you a prime example. Brad Pitt and what was her name? Jennifer Aniston broke up because he wanted kids and she didn't. What did he do? He wound up with Angelina Jolie, and what did she do? Adopted a whole bunch of
Like
kids,
like 10 kids.
like 10 of them. And you only
No,
see
you
them
don't hear
here and
nothing
there
about them.
periodically, but you see them at different timelines. But they never seem to look quite like themselves each time. It's almost like they traffic by using the adoption shit as cover. Oh, we're gonna trade you this kid for this one. This one aged out, so I'm gonna give you this, and we're gonna swap out that one, and we're gonna do da da da. And I feel like they get these people involved in that way. And once they get their hands dirty and they know they got nobody to go to because everybody is under the control of somebody, they feel boxed in. So now they wind up in the trap and they just keep going along with it because they're afraid.
I was kind
To
of
Rodney's
thinking.
point.
I was kind of thinking because I do agree with what you guys are saying. Like I do believe they do it to stay young and all that. Because I know a lot of people that are afraid of getting old, which is crazy. It's part of life. But there's a lot of people that's been fearful of that for a long time. But I was thinking, right, because it also said in them files that they're not just eating children. Well, allegedly, right? That they're experimenting on them. Some people are there
Yeah.
just to experiment, not to eat. You know what I'm saying? And I was wondering that. I was thinking this for a while after I read this and I saw the video. Is it? I'm not even gonna say is it possible because it's very possible. I believe they're making clones of these children so they can get never-ending food. You get what I'm saying? Never-ending supplies of what they're looking for, and they're
I
also trying
don't
to make a different breed
I
of
don't
human.
I don't think that would be really necessary. if you think about the number of children that become orphans because of war, and the number of people that give up their children due to addiction and or etc., or just people that are money hungry so much that they will literally sell their own kid in the black market just for a couple grand and a fix. um I think that they have no shortage of children that they can
Shit.
they
Shit.
can work with. You know what I'm saying? And who's gonna tell them otherwise? I mean, they lure them in like the Pied Piper. They can do all the experimentations they want to. And I agree
Yeah.
with you because then what people are ignoring too is they touched on the underground labyrinth that's under Epstein's island. And we talked about underground cities that exist beneath our feet. We've talked about this on the show. Uh-oh, that was a good hit.
Yeah.
It was. It was a very good hit. Um,
But we
you know what
talked
though? I
about these
feel
topics
like
on the show. You know what I'm saying? So you tell me if we don't connect the dots now, when are we going to connect the dots? If there's underground cities where they're conducting experiments, there's been stories of these jail cells. They call one of them it's the like the torture room. Like there's constant screaming, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and like they're experimenting on these kids, cutting up body parts and doing whatever else, no anesthesia, no nothing, just working on them, just doing foul shit. And when they're done, they just toss the body in a furnace and go on to the next one.
but yeah, I think too, a lot of the screaming is not coming from experiments. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the screaming is coming from just fear factors. Like
Hmm.
I was led to believe that one of the greatest drugs on earth is a chemical your brain makes when it's at a state of heightened fear. When you're at a state of heightened fear, your brain creates this chemical, and when extracted and taken, I heard that's just like the best drug ever. So maybe half of the kids aren't even being experimented on. Maybe they're just being scared out of their wits, so that they can have this chemical extracted from them.
Yeah, you're
Do you
probably
have
right. I mean,
do you
that's
have
what they do.
sources? Do you have sources of who you heard this from?
I do have sources, but I can't
I can't,
I
I
can't
can't, I
yeah,
can't speak on it.
can't speak on them, or they might be dead, and so would you. So we gonna keep it as I've been led to believe. Yeah,
Smart. You see the island over there, we don't wind up on that shit.
you better fucking believe it.
Now that makes perfect sense. I mean, they seem like a bunch of fucking clowns. And when you think about clowns, you think about it, and what does it do? He feeds on kids and their fear, you know. And he's been here
Yeah,
for
the
a
heightened
while.
talking about the heightened fear apparently is it goes into blood. And if they
Yeah,
if they kill the person immediately after they've been terrified beyond all belief, and I guess they allegedly they chop the head off. This is gonna get graphic, y'all. So just be bear with it. But they chop the head off after that experience happens, and they drink the blood immediately afterward,
But
and that
here's
it
the thing,
causes
though. Oh, go
a
ahead. Go
heightened
ahead.
a heightened sense of euphoria. Everything is heightened beyond imagination. Like the world looks completely different.
But here's the thing, right? So like when you think about food, though, right? Animals, when they're in fear and you kill them, their nutrition and all their benefits actually go down. It actually makes the meat worse for your body. But when you excite them and arouse them, they're at their best when it comes to nutrition and things like that. You get what I'm saying? So
I'm glad you said that. I got something to say, but Rozelle, look like you want to go first. Do your thing, man.
no, no, no. By all means, brother. Spit your ideas, man, and your opinions and thoughts. I'm
So
curious.
I'm glad he said that because it got me thinking. I wanted to talk to you about this afterward, but I may as well bring it up now. Dr. Yakai talked about how there's certain plants that are designed for us versus designed for other animals, and how we eat plants that we're not supposed to be eating, which is why our bodies end up getting sick. Right? So, if that rationale holds true in nature across the board with everything, then that means that we are the food source of something else. Could be the reptilians, could be I don't know what.
Not necessarily.
But it would make sense. It would make sense if that's the
Well,
case.
but not necessarily though, because at the end of the day, everything has to have a top of the chain. Everything.
Nah,
Yes. What do you mean no?
nah,
What do
everything's a
you mean?
circle.
Everything's a circle?
Everything's a circle. The only
Oh,
thing
okay,
that
okay.
has an end is the beginning.
So then whatever it is that eats us, right? Allegedly, what eats that? Because I haven't seen it.
Even
And
even if
then
it doesn't,
and
even if
then
it
what
doesn't have
eats
a
that?
well, that's what I'm saying. Even if it doesn't have a natural predator, it will always have an equal opposite. So I mean, I get what you're saying, where everything has to have some type of order, but that's only based on our way of life right now, and the way that I see our way of life is structured up to make us basically our own jailers and our own keepers. It's kind of like having an animal that takes care of itself, and you just kind of pick them off when you want them or when you need them, kind of thing. That's the way I
I
look at it, though.
I,
I
I,
think you're both right though. I think you're both right because I think you guys are almost saying the same thing. I think what Yaiko's saying is I think is that's how I feel too. It's a circle, right? So everything eats something. So like we'll eat whatever animal, the animal eats from the earth, then the earth eats us, and then the worms eat that, whatever the case may be, right? And then and Rozel's point is basically the same thing. There's something that eats us, and then there's something that eats that, and then there's something that eats that, and then something that eats that. And then we eat whatever eats all that. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's a circle, but there is always something at the top of a food chain, whether it's there's not gonna be one end all be all dominant over everything because something's always gonna eat that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a circle and there's always something above us that eats us. You know what I'm saying? So
But
I think y'all both right in that fact, in that sense.
I think that's where the trap is at, right? Because that whole top of the food chain thing, think about that. When somebody says top of the food chain, they're encompassing everything that's edible as theirs to consume. But if you only eat what's in your category of things that your body is supposed to eat versus the things that we've been eating, now we fall in line with nature because now the giraffes are eating the wheat that we're using to make bread, and the small bugs and the small animals are having their vegetations, but we have what we're supposed to be eating. You know what I'm saying?
but what I'm saying is that Yaiko is that for the most part, there's nothing on this planet that's eating us. We as men eat everything: bugs, plants, animals, wheat, grain, rice. We eat everything. There's nothing on this planet that's every day making a living, making a nourishment. His main nourishment is man. There's no animal on this planet whose main nourishment for survival is man. That puts us at the top
Except for
But
these
you say
Epstein people.
that without knowing what's actually out there.
because if there was a species of animal that only existed off of eating men, there'll be a lot more of us that gone than there is. There will be sights of it by now.
Well,
Yo,
yeah,
I
but it
seen
could be.
this animal drag this little girl off into the woods. There will be sightings of such animals. If there was an animal that lived off of humans, by 2026, there would be sightings of it.
Unless they're eating children.
There have been talks, but people just don't listen to it.
Unless they're eating children on a daily and they got a constant supply of children.
Yeah, well, we know the reptilians. You know, the reptilians.
And I mean, to each their own. Like, let us hear from y'all. Do y'all agree with what I'm saying? You agree with Razel saying? Do you have your own opinion? Let us know in the comment.
We ain't gonna respond anyway. Fuck these niggas. If you listening, keep on listening. If you ain't, then don't. You ain't gonna respond anyway. You know,
right? We can't even have a proper class in session anymore. It's been forever.
For real.
Come on, man. Set some comments or something. Shit.
Damn, man. But I tell you though, like, I mean, even now, you know what I'm saying? Like the evidence, there's so much irrefutable shit. Nobody wants to comment.
I tell you what, watch this shit. Who's listening? Watch this shit. Yeah, oh, right here is a pen. This word, everything I love. It ain't gonna be a small one either. I already know the number already. I already know the number. She got it right. There it goes. Bang, bang. I just wrote down the number on this paper right here. Just wrote down the number. If we get comments on our page, the person who comments this number right here, not comment a number, but just comment, and you have to be this person. Now, one person could comment 20 times if they want to, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times, 60 times, 70 times, and see if they end up getting a number. And it's not a huge number. It's not a crazy number. But if you comment and you're this number, I'll give you $50.
There you go. You heard it first.
$50. And I'm gonna give this paper so y'all can see. This is a Taco Bell reward paper. Okay, so that way. Oh, did you guys see the
I ain't see the number.
They might have. All they gotta do is rewind. So that's a bonus for them.
So no, I'm going to change the number now to this number.
Oh boy!
And then I'm going to underline it twice, and then I'm going to circle it. So we know this is the new number. Okay. So as you can see, the number was going to be 54. It's right here, 54. The 54th comment would have got $50. I changed the number. I don't know if it's smaller or if it's a little more. But whoever comments and reaches the number, and next week, I'll pull this kind of paper out and I'll show you. So you see the paper with the 54 on it. There will only be two numbers on it, one in the front and one that's row in the back. If you are that number, you make $50.
Shit, I'll throw 50 on top of that.
Oh my God. Stop commenting, motherfuckers. You get a buck. Whoever's number is this number, get a buck. When it plays, stop commenting.
Thanks.
Start asking questions. Start making statements. Start talking shit. Start saying something. You might win a buck.
So all 61 subscribers start spamming. You better start spamming fire emojis, thumb emojis.
Exactly. You might win a buck. And like I said, y'all see the paper. It's a Taco Bell paper. You've seen the 54 on it. So you know what it looks like. So I can't scam y'all. And when we look at the video and we see the comments, we can count them up. You can count up yourself. Like, okay, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And keep going down to the number that I said it is. If you that person, there's no way for us to motherfucking scam you. You get a buck. I throwing 50, he throwing 50. Stop fucking commenting. We can't get you to do it out of love. Do it for money. You can't do it for the love. Do it for the money.
Hell yeah. Help us help you. It's free money.
Fuck?
That's free money. I'm sorry. If I seen that on somebody's shit, I'm commenting all whatever number that was, all the way up to 100, just to make sure. Let me get $100
no ideas.
To this video.
I don't do what they gotta do.
Huh? What you say,
That
Echo?
only applies to this video.
Yep. And then you know what? We might start doing secret comments where we write a number down. If y'all comment, guess what? Without even knowing, number 3 was 17. You made 17 comment, bro. $50. Oh, today's number was 103. You got it. $50. Oh, today's number was 96. You got it. You never gonna know. But I'm gonna start this shit off because you know what? For the love of for some Connecticut brothers, y'all ain't showing it. So maybe y'all do it for the money. Maybe y'all do it for the money. Cause I swear to God, we got niggas that watches every goddamn week. Won't like it, won't comment, won't say shit, but will inbox one of us three. Or sees on the street, yo, your show's dope. What kind of shit is that, bro? But you ain't saying shit on the show where it counts. What, cause you scared that if we get likes and comments, we gonna blow up? What, you don't want to see us go nowhere? What, we all just crabs in a bucket? For real, that's just
Facts.
crazy as fuck, yo. You know what I said, Joe. Make the comments, end up being a number, get $100. And I'm not going for that 1, 2, 3, happy emoji, happy emoji. You got to comment and say some shit. It's $100. I mean, you got to work for it.
Give us something to talk about.
Good show, great show, guys. I agree with Yaiko. I disagree with Razel. Chris Roman is a great moderator. I believe this. I believe that. Keep going, guys. We're proud of you. Comment some shit. Comment some shit. Don't just send me a bunch of emojis and fire and think you're getting a buck for that shit. Cause I can do that shit. Just keep sending a whole bunch of fire emojis. Fire, send, fire, send, fire, send. Hell fucking no. Put some fucking work into this shit. Make it mean something.
I like
Be
that
like everybody else.
stipulation, bro, honestly, because you got a point there. People will just spam that shit all day and say, oh, but you said if I was the number and I was the number, I spammed that shit. All right, that doesn't help us.
Facts. You know what I think we should start doing too? I think we should start letting people send in questions for us. Like we'll probably pick a video. Like send us a video of a question you got for us. It could be either one of us, it could be the whole show. I think that'd be kind of dope.
Go to the comments. You can actually in the comments say, hey, question. Can you talk about this? Question. I want to ask Razel this. I want to ask Jaco this. How do you guys feel about that? Come on, man. Work with us. A lot of us are people that know me. Damn, I get some love. A lot of y'all know Chris. Can he get some? A lot of y'all know Yaiko. Can he get some? And for those who don't know, neither one of us. God damn, the content is good, Joe. Stop playing around. Stop being fucking haters, man. Comment, like, and share, man. It's just that fucking simple, bro. For real, for real. What I gotta do? Shave every day? I make sure I'm shaved every goddamn week. I just, what I gotta do? If I want to shave my head, I shave my head. I'm already shaved. I'm already bald. But yeah, I mean, shit. What the fuck, yo? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
if I tell you what, if I get 1 million likes, I do a backflip.
Shit. I guess we ain't never seen him
So
do a
if anybody
backflip.
who comments,
That's what I can say comfortably. That's what I can say comfortably, yo.
I was gonna say if anybody knows a doctor or works as a medical EMT, we're gonna need you.
I try to be a man of my word. 1 million likes, I do a backflip. I'm
Yeah.
not. I mean, I'm gonna have a mattress behind me, but and I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to, do the backflip, but I will commit. I will commit to trying one online for all to see. If I break a neck or something like that, make sure you're recording.
He said might not be a successful backflip.
Right.
It might just be a back.
But it will be a truthful attempt. 1 million likes. I know I'll never see that though, so I ain't worried about it.
You're gonna do a back roll.
I'm gonna do a back break.
Yeah.
do a back break. He's gonna be fucked up.
It's gonna be called the bend and snap in reverse.
Call the coroner.
Oh my god.
You know how heavy I am? Shit.
We're
can't
gonna
get
need
on
a
the
medical
ground.
professional.
I'm gonna need more than that. I'm gonna need
Hopefully they don't come from here. Hopefully our medical professionals don't come from here.
and
St.
say
James.
I was just thinking because I'm from the streets, so I'm thinking about how the way to be a man of my word and still get away with it. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be fair. I gotta say I could do it off a porch at the snow. No, off a porch at the
He said still
snow
get away with it.
to a swimming pool and do the heads into the water. You know what I'm saying? But I will try backflip from off the ground to on the ground with a little padding behind me just in case I break my neck. But yeah.
You know what we could do to help you as a team, right? Because we're a team, right? All we have to do is tell Rozelle jump as high as you can, and then me and Yaiko clip your ankles. Boom.
Right.
We'll do a full backflip.
A full
fast.
backflip and land on my knees. Land on my knees.
A double lariat. One takes the neck, the other one takes the knees, and we're going the opposite directions.
So for those
Hold
who
on,
are,
I don't know if we should be saying that with this picture behind me.
so for those who are
So
viewing,
pause.
hey.
One takes the next, one takes the knee. That's crazy.
As you see, one nigga's on an island where a lot of shit's going on. One nigga's in the hiding. There's only one nigga out here still in the streets, baby. Boy, I'm out here.
Yaiko, you probably in one of them buildings behind me, huh?
Hell yeah, he is. Hell yeah. That's why it's so damn sunny.
He already made it in there.
He's one of the villas. He's one of the villas.
We gotta
I'm undercover, y'all. I'm undercover.
Smelling like Johnny Ranchers and goddamn baby powder.
Yeah. Starburst.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Starburst and baby powder. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's it, yo. But a lot of this craziness and ugliness in the world has been happening for a long time, guys. And is being brought to light now. And I kind of like what we talked about before, Chris. I don't know what your next topic is going to be, so I don't want to mention it just in case. Or if we're wrapping things up or not. But I definitely want to talk to both of y'all about it a little bit more. More about what we talked about today, in fact.
About this topic, or are you talking about the whole the thing with Trump and stuff?
A little bit of both. Yeah, the thing with Trump. The thing with Trump more than anything.
All right, so, yeah, I was gonna bring that up afterwards. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Rozelle.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say we'll probably be on this topic for a few weeks because it's big right now. But the thing is, though, and I want to say the thing is, though, is I don't know why it's such a big topic right now. You know why? Because these motherfuckers showed us who they were in the slavery days when they, pardon my French, when they raped little kids, when they dismembered little kids, when they fed little kids to alligators, when they chopped up body parts and danced around with them like they were souvenirs. They showed us who they were then. But it was okay back then because it was only happening to a certain group of people, so it was tolerated. But now that it's happening to a multitude of people of all different ethnicity groups, it's now a problem. These men showed you who they were back then. It never stopped.
You could say who the people was. It was happening to black folk, and because I actually wanted to talk about this. I'm glad you brought this up. I wanted to talk about this. I saw this thing, a video of this guy, this white dude being questioned, an older white guy, you know, like probably in his 70s, and they were asking him about the situation about how they looked at black folk back then, and it was basically what Rozelle said too, like they fed them to obviously they fed them to alligators and shit like that. But he said they looked at them like advanced pets. That's how they used to look at black folk back in the day. That's what he said. They looked at them as like advanced pets. And that's kind of crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just wild. Like, what's your thoughts on that, Yako? Actually, yeah. You know what? We'll get to that, and then we'll come up with the book. We'll get back to the next topic and all that stuff. But what's your thoughts on that, though? Did you know about any of that?
No, if it's the mindset, if it's the mindset narrative that that dominated mindset, like, yeah, I'm not gonna like, you can't look at something as equal if you're trying to dominate it. You have to separate yourself and stand above it. So you're gonna label it, you're gonna title it as a pet. You're gonna look at it as something not human, so that you could disassociate what you're doing to this being as something as wrong, because they are not you, they are not like you are better than that individual or whatever. In fact, if you ever watched the movie uh um Cannibal with Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs, right? Watch Silence of the Lambs, and if you listen to one of the scenes, the guy, what's his name, who's the killer they're tracking, like Billy something or something like that, he skins the women.
It's wild, but I remember his name for the movie right now.
Yeah, I don't remember
Well,
that
if
movie either.
anybody remembers, comment below if,
Game
if
with
you
looking for
remember
him,
who I'm
yeah.
talking about. I think it was Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo
That's
Bill,
what it
yep,
was.
yep.
Buffalo Bill. Buffalo
Okay.
Bill.
Okay. So when he had that girl in the well, he kept saying, "It takes the lotion." And the reason why he kept referring to this human being, this young woman, as it, is because he was disassociating, because he knew what was to come, what her fate was. And to make it easier for him to do this, to get what he wanted, he had to disassociate psychologically that this thing is not like him. And that's exactly what the black and white agenda was set up. It was designed to set up that mindset that
Well,
one group is superior to another group.
I agree to disagree. That's in session.
Okay, we got a class in session, y'all. Ding ding.
No, I'm just saying that he's right in the fact of they have to disassociate themselves with the object that they're going to commit these heinous atrocities upon. But where he's wrong, and I believe the guy that you heard was wrong, is I don't think they look at the people as pets. You said a higher pet. What was the word?
He said advanced pets.
Advanced pet. That's bullshit. Because if you know and you studied and you watched these people, like a person like me has throughout my lifetime, you will notice that in a lot of cases they care for animal life above human life. So if they looked at the black man and the black woman and the black child as advanced pets, why weren't they treated as such? They were treated lower than the goats and the cows and the chickens in the farm.
And the reason for that is because they didn't want them to lose their place in the hierarchy. So they're going to treat them even worse than the animals that they own, to let them know that we are better than you. And
Right.
we
So
have to
so
believe that too.
so they weren't pets. Is what I'm trying to tell you. They were they were cattle. They were objects. They were tools. They were
No,
never
they
pets.
Of course, they were pets. They had
were pets. White people love their pets, bro. Absolutely love their pets. So how can you call a black man a pet when white people love
Something's wrong.
pets?
Something's wrong with his video.
I get exact.
Echoes.
I get.
Oh,
I get what you're saying. I'm not saying that black people. I'm not even saying that black people exist. I'm saying melanated people
right.
of darker melanated skin are not pets. I'm not saying that they are not.
No,
pets.
no, we know
But-
that, Yako, but I'm saying they could not have viewed us as such if they have such a love for their pets.
That's what I'm
can't
saying.
have-
though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying that they viewed us as pets that they even loved, but they still had to disassociate. So all right, even if they didn't look at us as pets, well, let me not say to us. I'm not. I apologize. I don't want to offend
yeah.
nobody. 'Cause I know my
Yeah,
melanation
'cause
is a much
'cause this
lighter
is-
color, but
This is Black History Month, motherfucker. You might get jumped. I'm
that's
joking.
what I'm saying. I'm not trying to offend nobody because listen,
They gonna
I
get
get
you.
it. I've seen all angles of it. You know
I
what
am
I'm
not
saying?
associated
I've
with this
lived a
comment.
very yeah, well,
No,
I
I'm
don't
messing
want
with
to
you. I'm
offend
messing with you.
nobody, but I lived a colorful life. You know what I'm saying? I've seen many different things. You know, you know, if you want to get mad about it, it's okay. But I have used my lighter skin color to get out of certain situations now and then.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
But I know
I
where
have
I
a
come
white,
from too,
I have
though.
a
You
white
know?
in person. Go ahead.
No,
Named Pat.
I was just gonna say I know where I come from, but you know, a lot of the times, like I said, people believe what they want to believe, and if they want to look at you, if they say, okay, this being looks like me, walks like me, talks just like I do, but they're well, what do they start doing? Oh, they're savages. They're less than me because they can't speak my language. They're less than me because they don't believe what I believe. Like, you know, I have control over them, and I'm gonna break their spirit. I'm gonna break their spirit by treating them worse than the animals on the farm,
No, I understand
right?
that. We understand that.
And what they try to design is a bird in a cage effect so that they can then associate this being as a pet. But a lot of these owners wind up getting a little frisky with some of their pets and have, you know, babies with them and whatnot, and the journey of the white man starts to crumble already. Because apparently the flesh is irresistible. So, you know, you can't disassociate us. It's impossible. All of our melanation is going to come together again. And when it does, I believe it'll be the exact color of the first angel, which was a golden bronze that shines so bright that Satan had to turn away because he couldn't look at it.
Okay.
Interesting. So I wanna break into a topic of
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Right,
I
go ahead,
apologize.
you good.
Before you do all that,
You good.
I'm a little buzzed. And this show is brought to you by Broquito.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Back to you,
Yes,
sir.
it is. So I want to break into a topic of it's been a while since we had Broquito on the show.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm feeling nice too.
So we're gonna talk about this Trump thing, right? Because well, first off, I want to let the viewers know that we did go over some parts in the Epstein files. We will keep coming back to this, to Rozel's point, because there's so much to catch up on. We had a couple things more that we could elaborate on today, which we probably will get to it by the end of the show. But if not, we still have this for the next show, which we've been doing half-hour special shows for you guys, and we'll probably keep going from there. But right now, I want to get into this thing that I saw about them talking about Trump, right? There, and it kind of related to the Epstein files, because they were saying Trump isn't our savior. He's not here to be our savior. He's here to cause complete chaos and destroy shit. And part of his association with allowing these Epstein files to be leaked and things like that was not for you to like him, was not for you to hate him. It's for you guys to understand that he doesn't give a shit. He's here to destroy shit. At this point, he's probably already where he needs to be to where we can't stop him. Damn near untouchable with his agenda. But so what these people were saying was they voted for him anyways, knowing that they might not like him, but also not hating him, because if you fall into the like or hate category, or the Democrat Republican category, or any kind of category of these situations where you choose a side of it, you kind of fall into the agenda as well, as far as your vibration goes and as far as the system. So basically, what they're saying is Trump isn't here to save us, and he probably is going to be the last president, because the agenda is to cause chaos around the world, because that's the only way to destroy an old system. He's not here with solutions. The solutions come after everything's been destroyed and chaos has happened. So I want to get y'all takes on that, because there's also another being that we've been told for a long time that was supposed to come back and create chaos. So I want to get y'all points on that. Y'all takes on that, because there's a lot of different opinions on the situation, on who Trump really is and what things can be with him doing his agenda. They also did say that his this part I kind of brushed off, but they also did say that his association with the Epstein stuff was because he needed to be a president again, and that he had to play both sides of the fence, and he couldn't do anything like this on his first term because it wouldn't have worked, but it can work now because the timing is perfect. So, go ahead, Razel or Yaiko, who want to take this one? Is this what you wanted to talk about, Yaiko?
Yeah, actually it was.
All right, so you can take this one.
Yeah, I'll jump on it. I'll jump all over that shit because
Oh no,
I
hold
like
on, hold on.
Oh man, we got niggas Epstein Island and shit. You talking about
we
jumping
got
all over
that.
that shit, man?
We got
You
this
want
behind me.
you want to jump all over Trump shit, bro?
let me
Come on, bro.
rephrase. I will jump all over the topic
Okay,
of
okay,
conversation.
okay. That's better.
That's a good catch, fellas. I appreciate y'all catching that little bitty moment for me.
Yeah, you're lucky.
You almost caught it. You know, shit. From the
Yeah,
sound, from the sounds. I mean, you almost caught it, nigga. We trying to
that was
save you.
That's what I said.
shit.
I appreciate y'all saving my ass.
Saving
Why
your
not?
ass. I don't know. This is not going on here.
It's
He
about
said
4 5
saving his
niggas.
ass.
Been
waiting.
right time.
Oh, listen, y'all just drowned each other out.
Right now.
We literally saved your ass. Good thing they heard you finish the word topic and it ain't stop at top.
Oh my god, right? But yeah, no, I mean, yo, like I put it to you like this. It makes sense what you're saying, because Trump said it in his campaign. There's not going to be a president after him. The entire plan is to demolish a system that's in play. And if you, like most people say, how do you bring change? Well, if y'all watch Game of Thrones, Daenerys said it best. You can't just change the wheel. You got to break the wheel. You
Who said
got
it
to
best?
complete Daenerys from the Game of Thrones.
Daenerys
The queen,
Targaryen.
Daenerys.
that's right.
Okay.
Daenerys Targaryen, the Queen of Dragons. And if y'all believe in the legends of Tartaria being a civilization that actually existed in our world, when I was younger, I remember certain videos came out a long time ago that talked about technology that today you don't see anywhere, but was so advanced. And these people dressed like they was in their like 1940s, 1930s and shit. You know what I mean? Like suits and like bowler hats and whatever. It was crazy. But anyway, I'm going off topic. My bad. The whole point is that to dismantle a system that's been in play for hundreds of thousands of years, you gotta disrupt it. You can't go along with it. You have to completely dismantle it from its core out, and that means weeding out everybody. And sometimes you got to do some dirty shit to get involved. Like yo, undercover cops will tell you, "Oh yeah, I remember going undercover and It started out like this, but for me to keep my cover, I had to do X, Y, and Z. And somehow the means justify the ends. But you're doing the exact same thing that you're fighting against. So the reality is you're not really doing shit, right? What Trump, if this is something that he is doing, it's the only thing that's gonna work. Dismantle the whole system and see what comes next. And guess what? Some people are gonna like it, some people ain't. It's just what it's gonna be. Just like it is now. Some people like it, some people don't. It is what it is.
Facts. I agree.
What you think, Razel?
I think Trump, Trump. I don't know. I thought for a long time that he was the Antichrist. Then I thought maybe he's not. Maybe he's here to usher in. But then this whole New World Order and then being the last president and this is the last pope and all that shit. I'm saying, well, goddamn, according to geographical timelines and certain dates, it kind of seems like we're at our ends, and when we're at our ends, we're supposed to meet the Antichrist. So then I go back to thinking, is this due to him? Is this the reason why so many people follow him? Because deep down inside, they are infested with demons and maybe don't even know it. I think a lot of Trump supporters are possessed and don't even know it. Just following a head demon to the ends of the what we know the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think the demon inside of them knows they're demons, but I don't think the person knows. And I think the people who have turned their backs on Trump that were avid Trump supporters are people who weren't possessed, just stupid enough to follow a dumbass for a short period of time. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see how anybody can be um, what they would consider a law-abiding citizen, a good person, a healthy Christian, and still follow a man like Trump so wholeheartedly. It just doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. It makes no sense how you can have such strong values but follow a man with none. And if any Trump supporter out there is listening, can you please explain that to me? If you're a Christian or if you consider yourself to have strong values, how can you follow a man with none? That's odd to me. You know, I mean, a rabbit wouldn't follow a wolf back to his den. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand what's going on. Um, so is he the Antichrist? I'm not sure. Is he here to create destruction? By all means, I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that we are in for some things here in America that we've never had to witness or never heard of. Maybe back in the days before the books were rewritten, when the great battles took place. You know, they attacked America from all sides. And this shit took like a couple, did you hear about that? The overthrow of America took like 200 years. That little story about the pilgrims coming in and giving motherfuckers blankets with smallpox, and then put on a couple rifles and taking them over at Thanksgiving is not how this should happen. America was actually at war for like a couple hundred years, I think. Don't quote me on the amount of years, but I believe it was a couple hundred. Moderator, if you want to get on your phone, I don't know, and Google it, you can. But I believe that America was at war, and the British and the French came from one side. The Romans came from another side. Another the fucking the Russians and shit, all the motherfuckers came from another side, and they all fucking like surrounded America. And it took a few years to do. 9, 10, 20. These niggas was banging. These niggas was banging. Then finally, America gave up. And after losing so many of their warriors, you know what I'm saying, to bullets, you know what I'm saying, when all they had was spears and arrows, they finally gave up. And then story took off that we knew. But I think that Trump is definitely here to destroy the world. I feel like if he is demonic, he knows that his time is running out. And like I said before, I'll say it again. If you know that you've rented a house that you never paid for, and the landlord is telling you you got to get the fuck out, I don't care how much shit you moved in, I don't care how long you lived here, you got to get the fuck out. You're not going to leave that house in pristine shape. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fucking kick holes in the wall, you know, destroy the plumbing, you'll pour cement in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, fuck that house up. Fuck you, nigga. Who think you talking to like that? I gotta get the fuck out. I've been living this motherfucker for 400 years. I've been living up this bitch chilling. Now I gotta go. Okay, watch me. Watch what I do to this bitch before I leave. I honestly think that's what's going on. Yiko, what do you think?
I'm looking up right now the length of that what you said, so I'm gonna wait for that to come in. But I do, so I agree with the fact that I think Trump knows that it's over for them. I think he understands that it's over for the evil to keep going on, because it seems like he really don't give a shit. Like, he's doing stuff and he's letting you know he's doing it like he's untouchable. But I don't know if it's that he feels he's untouchable or if he just feels like he knows they lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it's written in the books already that, you know what I'm saying, the creator gonna win regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already over. It's already been written and it's only a matter of time. I feel like he feels that's what the case is. And maybe it's a path to redemption for him or what, but I do believe they had a point when they said that Trump might not be wanted, but he is needed because we need to have chaos and destruction in order to rebuild and come up with solutions. So when they said him bringing chaos, I thought about what they said in the Bible. Am I wrong? But did they not say that Jesus was not here to, Jesus was here to create chaos? He wasn't here to what was it? What was the saying exactly? I'm pretty sure it's in the Bible, right? He's not here to
not here to bring peace, he's here to bring truth.
There you go. That's it. Well, he's here to bring chaos. Was it not chaos? Pretty sure chaos.
With truth comes chaos.
Okay.
Because it disrupts the order of what's in play.
So it's almost the same thing. You cause that chaos, the chaos destroys the order that's going on, the system that's going on, and then the rebuild comes afterwards. So that's basically what their point was that he's not wanted by many, but he's needed by all, right? Because he's going to destroy everything around the world. So he's going to stop globalization where, like to Razel's point, we're in the NWO era, and we don't even know it. A lot of us, anyways. And they've been preaching this NWO era for a long time. They just never presented it as us being in that era now, but we are. And so the whole point too was that that's why he's creating tariffs and things like that, because now we'll be able to live in our own state where America will do for America, the Philippines will do for the Philippines, Russians will do for the Russians, China will do for China. We won't import from them. They won't import from us. We'll eat what's naturally supposed to be ours and things of that nature. So, what's your thoughts on that, Yanko?
I think that's I think that's another way to divide the people. Again, to my point, what I said earlier in the show, the objective is for us to come together and return to what we were originally meant to be, and whatever that is, it'll come to be again. It's gonna happen. We are who we are meant to be. You get what I'm saying? So the original life form that was created in the beginning of time will be again. Is always gonna be the case. Um, but with that said though, you know what I'm saying? Like to claim that he's gonna divide the world just means that they're gonna do just like, and I think I said this to you before, it's kind of like the story of the Tower of Babylon. When all the human beings came together, and they came together in peace, and they all brought their knowledge together, and they all worked together, they achieved technology and feats that challenge God, to the point where the tower got knocked down or something to that effect. The tower got taken out of command, whatever, and then like the people were divided, the languages was divided, and whatever else.
Now, you know what I say? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, 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 straight, straight. So I just feel like if this were to happen, this chaotic time, this is the time for us to realize that we could use it to do the opposite and actually come together.
You know what I say? Um, Fuck coming together. We try to come together for years. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Coming together is good. But what I'm saying is this right here. Separation is even fucking better. This is what I suggest. I suggest that the black Americans here in America figure the fuck out between them and the Native Americans who was here first. Was the indigenous Americans here first, the indigenous Indians here first, or were the Native Americans here first? Who was here first? We gotta figure out who was here first. Because if the blacks were here first, and like we know through Walter Plecker that all the black Indians were reclassified. So if the blacks were here first, then the Siberians should get the fuck out.
Sounds like you're breaking up a lot. Can you hear
Because
him good over there, Yanko?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, he's coming in. I could hear him okay, but there's like
so
an echo almost coming in on your side.
so like this here, we all know Walter Plecker reclassified the blacks. So the blacks and the natives need to find out who were here first. And then the natives need to get the fuck out of here and go back to Siberia. Only the natives who are truly down with black people and feel like, you know what, I'm not no better than you, bro. We are brothers, should be allowed to stay. All the rest of the motherfuckers who think they were indigenous, who think they're first, who think they're better, should get the fuck out of here and go back to Siberia. It's proven that the blacks were here first. All Caucasians, all Caucasians should go the fuck back where they're from. Inclusion. I mean, separation is fucking perfect. Trump and every single Caucasian should go back to like Russia, the Caucasus Mountains, Poland, Sweden. They should all go back to them cold ass fucking regions and stay their fucking asses there. The only ones who should be allowed to stay in America is the Caucasians who are truly down with the black people. And that goes for the Spaniards, Jamaicans, Colombians, Cubans, Mexicans, and everybody else. Niggas should get the fuck out of America and go the fuck back where they're from, unless you have a purple card from the Afro Americans. Since you want to call us that, but we all know we're not. From the indigenous people, if you separate everybody, yo, and then you all go back to where the fuck you guys come from, and then we all eat what the fuck is here for us to eat, and everybody stays to themselves, yo, maybe the world would be a better place. I don't want separation. I have friends who are white. I have friends, y'all two are Puerto Rican, and I love you niggas. I have friends who's Chinese, Jamaican. I have friends of all sorts. But if we need separation for people to start living in harmony, then maybe that's what the fuck we need, bro. But we all need to understand where the fuck we come from originally and go back there. We can't have white people saying we're from America and wish they here and everybody else get the fuck out. Because not one white person on this fucking planet, not one white person, not one is from America. Not one. Every single fucking white person in America is from somewhere else. That's not to be disputed or argued. That's a fucking fact. Every Chinese person in America, every Japanese, every Indian, every Honduras, everybody is from somewhere. The only three people who could argue about really being from America and indigenous is these so-called Siberians because of Walter Pleckert and his bullshit, the Mexicans, and of course, what we call the African Americans. Those are the only three people who could argue about being from America. The only three. So everybody else besides those three, get the fuck out. And then those three decide who was here first through the genealogy and records. Like I said, if you guys are completely in unison with black people, by all means, because you guys got black friends. I'm your black friend. You know that we accept all. Come on, but all that racism shit, all that shit got to go. So maybe if you were somewhere where it was just all white people, you wouldn't be racist because everybody would be white. Maybe you somewhere where everybody was Puerto Rican, you wouldn't be racist because everybody be Puerto Rican. Maybe you somewhere where everybody was Chinese, you wouldn't be racist because everybody was just Chinese. And there wouldn't be a reason to have racism because everybody would fucking look like everybody else. I mean, I don't know.
I think in some places though, there'll still be a problem. Like I think some people will still figure it out and how to make it a problem. Like, oh, you're too dark skinned to be us, or you're too light skinned to be us. It's like it don't matter. We're you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think just as human beings, we always got to find a way to fucking fuck something up. What you think, Yaiko?
I think we just gotta have unconditional love at some point, man. I mean, the fucking Garden of Eden existed in the Bible because everybody got along with each other and there was plenty to eat, and the animals came around, and there was no such thing as death because animals didn't eat each other. There was plenty to eat.
Yeah.
And you know, the only way to get there is through peace, y'all. Because we talk about this shit on the show a lot. Why are there no vegetations out there that are edible to us right now anymore? They used to be all over the place, and now they're not. You can't find them nowhere. Okay,
I want to
It's all
elaborate on
part of
something
the
with that,
plan.
just so you remember. But go ahead, Yaiko.
It's all part of a plan. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to get to the Garden of Eden, it requires working together to bring the planet back to what it used to be.
But there hasn't been peace. There
Yeah.
hasn't been peace and unity since there's been uh, 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 um, unification. You understand what I'm saying? People,
Nah, you lost me.
when people were where they were at, they may have their little disputes within the area. But here in America, bro, we are at war at one another behind what we look like. And everybody in Ireland was at war with one another, it was because of a certain territory, or it's because of maybe certain colors. It wasn't because of how you looked. You know what? Everybody looked like an Ireland. There's You can't have racism when everybody looks the fucking same, bro. There, the peace stopped when people started looking different. That's why China wars with Japanese. They look different. They might be Asian. They may be all be Asian. They look different. They ain't the same. Why we war with them and they war with us and they war with them? Because everybody is fucking different and they're warring against somebody who looks different.
You know, it's the only thing I could say though that might combat that is what about the mixed breeds? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not really like pure bloods no more. Like I understand you could do that with like the like the originals, or you could do that with the whites. But and even like with Puerto Ricans, Dominican, whatever the case. What about the ones that are mixed? Like you got the ones that are like half
Right,
black, half Puerto Rican,
right.
or
They
half white,
they
half Russian, half black. You know what
well,
I'm saying?
the
Like
half whites and half Russians, the half Spanish and half Russians. I figure out where you want to go. You want to go somewhere cold? You want to go somewhere warm? You got to go. People who's half, people who's half Spanish, half black. You get a choice. You want to go to Puerto Rico? Or you want to stay right here? You want to stay right here? You half black, you half white. You want to go to the Caucasus Mountains, or do you want to stay here?
so that's why I brought that up, because it's like, so if he's the half black, half Puerto Rican, let's say he decides to go to either or, what if they treat him as an outcast? You know what I'm saying? And then now you got a problem that's going to start within that village there. You know what I'm saying? As far as racism, you get what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like, should we have like an area where half, see, because then you can't even do that. Like what, have half bloods go to one location, but what if they're half bloods of different races? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like it's
right,
kind of
right.
tough. Like, so how would that work? How you think that would
That's
work?
why I'm saying like America had the right idea with the melting pot idea, because I'm gonna be honest, I enjoy the fact that I've worked alongside, went to school with people from Kenya, Africa, India, Germany, Jamaica. Like it's, I've met many different cultures. I've learned many different things from them. Sometimes I've offended them and not even realize that by saying or doing certain things in a certain way, it could be offensive to other people. So I'm just saying, like, until we reach a place of understanding and see beyond color, gender, race, or whatever, we're never going to reach a place of unconditional love. We're going to always have stipulations as to why we like or dislike something. Got to see past it.
And then you're always gonna have that hater in the crew that starts some shit for no damn reason, just because he want to be on top.
Exactly, and that's how it all begins. Until people let go of what it means to be on top, or whatever their idea of what of themselves is, because it was said in the Gnostics version of the Bible, but basically, I am who I will become. That means stop living your life like you're somebody right now, and be humble. Be humble. Understand you're like everybody else, and maybe we'll stop fucking around I forget who said it, but when you cut me, do I not bleed red? If we all bleed the same color, why are we still hurting each other? It don't make sense.
Because it's not about the color red. It's about the color brown and different shades of it.
But it's got to stop being about that.
Well, no, it doesn't. It has to be about that.
No, it
And
doesn't.
that does. And what it has to
Oh
be
boy.
is Geico. Here we go. What motherfuckers have to realize, bro, is that at the end of the day, we're all shades of brown. Once you realize that just because I'm darker than you, that doesn't mean you're better than me. Or just because I'm darker than you doesn't mean I'm better than you. We're all the shades of brown. Then it doesn't matter what color red is. See, everybody knows that we all bleed red, Yiko.
Nah,
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that already. You're
the
preaching to the choir.
reptilians, the
Everybody
reptilians don't
knows.
be
We're not
red,
talking about
bro.
reptilians. We're talking about reptilians. We're talking about humans. And every human knows that we all bleed red. But
Okay.
every human doesn't know that we all come from brown.
Listen, I understand what you're saying because they were taught the black and white agenda. So I understand what you're saying.
Right. So what does it matter?
Brown, and I've already said that. Like they shouldn't be looking at who's darker versus who's lighter. That doesn't make one better than the other. They got to look past that and stop seeing it all together as a division. But what I'm saying is like ultimately to bring people together and make them stronger if we keep using money and status and wealth and pride and gluttony and vanity and color and race and religion, and if we keep using these systems, we keep divided. If we keep divided, we lose ourselves and we no longer have control of our destiny because we've allowed others to
Well,
control our destiny.
that's why we need Trump. Because we need him
Can we
to
rewind that?
destroy. We
I
need
was
him.
about to, I was about to say the same thing. We might have to clip that because that's the first time I
Rewind that
ever
shit.
heard him say that.
Yes, sir.
There got to be a twist. My bad. There got to be a twist at the end of that. But go ahead, Roselle. My bad.
That's why we need Trump. Because we need him to spiral this society that we know as life into non-existence so the survivors can rebuild. We are already way too far gone as people to ever mend what's wrong with us. We're never going to fix racism. We're never going to fix the want or need for separation. We're never going to mend or fix the hatred for another person who doesn't look like you. We're way too far gone. Way too far gone. We need to be demolished. And hopefully, the few survivors that's left are not Trumpers. And hopefully, they're not me. Hopefully, they're more like you and Chris. People with morals, with standards, with genuine love for the next man, and with a sense of hope for humanity. That's what I hope. I hope
I
we
think
all
we can do
perish.
it.
Huh?
I think we can do it. I think we can come together. I think we can. I I I truly believe in us. I believe that unconditional love isn't so hard to come by once we put aside petty squabbles, man.
I
I
you
truly
know,
believe that.
I don't know what happened, but I think Chris's computer ran out of batteries.
Oh shit, you gotta charge it up.
he, He got to charge his desktop.
Well, I mean, what we got left to really get on topic about?
Much, I guess. I mean, we already had a nice little show going on. You know, um, he's trying to log back in. He told me he sent me a text, but if he doesn't make it, then he just doesn't make it. You know, I've seen over there every now and then they go like low what's that, like low radar, low, you know what I'm saying? Whenever they're
Yeah,
sending out
yeah.
encrypted information and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So he probably got caught in the middle of some shit where they're sending out some shit and his internet shut off. So
But
they couldn't be you know what I'm saying,
bro, I was gonna mention to you. It's kind of
intercepted.
funny you mentioned that. So Jeffrey Epstein apparently has gamer accounts that he has recently logged into, despite the fact that he's
He's
been,
dead.
yeah, ain't that
I
something else?
I wouldn't doubt it, bro.
Ain't
I
that
seen a few.
crazy?
I seen a few pictures of a white man walking through the city. They caught twice now. Who, I swear to God, he's wearing glasses, but the facial features, he has long hair now, but all that. Oh, there he goes. He must have found his charger.
Yeah, yeah. This helicopter don't have any charging ports on
I
it.
was saying, look, in the sky for a long ass time, bro. Y'all ain't
What,
landed yet.
I had to ask
what,
this
what,
dude
what,
named
what'd you do? You laying on
I
the
had to
island
ask
to
some
ask
dude
for a
named
battery?
Jeffrey for his yeah, I had to ask some guy named Jeffrey that was walking by for a charger.
That's crazy.
You seen Jeffrey?
Check it
Yeah,
out.
some
In
guy named
order for him
Jeffrey.
to land
Why, you
on the
know him?
island, the camera had to get turned off.
I've heard of him.
Oh, gotcha. I
Yeah, he's a
thought you knew him.
celebrity. He's a celebrity.
Mm.
Jeffrey. But yeah, back to what I was saying. There's been a couple pictures that somebody took, where the dude looked suspiciously like Jeffrey, Just,
Yeah.
longer hair and glasses on, and a beard.
Yeah.
A beard, longer hair and glasses, but nose, facial features looks just like him, So, I wouldn't doubt it, Them dudes is high price commodities, you know. They get in trouble, fake your death, and then you just go live over here for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Low key. You know? A lot of times what happens is motherfuckers can't stand it. Because you know why? They're social butterflies and they need to be out in the light. They need to be out there. They need to be seen. They need to see what's going on. They're not content with just being locked down. You know what I'm saying? Under wraps. But hey,
Yeah.
whether he's alive or dead, either way, fuck him. He ain't shit.
Yeah, I've been hearing stories too that people don't think he's dead. They think he's alive and it was a cover up.
I
Yeah.
heard from one guard that used to work in that prison who says it's impossible to commit suicide in those cells.
Facts. I heard the same thing.
Yeah, he says
Yeah.
impossible. I guess because the ceilings are so high, the ceilings are too high or whatever. They'll send them to crawl up there and hang. I forgot what he said, but he said it's impossible to kill yourself in that prison. So I don't know.
But it's real possible for a person of power to walk your ass out the front door.
You better believe it. And said you killed yourself. You better believe it.
Yeah, that's right. In
So,
fact, they
so I
were
got it.
saying that the body that was reported as Jeffrey Epstein's was actually another prisoner's who passed away that same night, and they used it as a cover to escort him out the building.
Exactly.
I would not put it past them. Did they ever show the body?
Nah,
Yeah,
not
see
that
right
I
there, it
seen.
shows you sign. Because remember when Bin Laden they said they got Bin Laden and they threw him in the ocean and let him float away and all that. They ain't show us the body. They ain't show us none of that shit.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
there
if
were
they
rumors.
got somebody, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. There was rumors once upon a time that stated that Obama was actually Osama bin Laden, but with a plastic surgery.
Boy,
Yeah.
that's
Now, I'm
crazy.
not. I'm not saying it's true. I'm
Yeah,
just
that was
saying that
kind of
these were
That's far
circulating.
fetched. Obama spoke way too well to be Osama bin Laden.
I think
Well,
that's kind of
you remember
I
how
think
he
that's
used to
kind of
pause a lot?
Huh?
Remember how he used to pause a lot when he would speak?
yeah, that was
Yeah,
just
you
for
never
this.
noticed that? My bad. Go ahead. Go
Because
ahead.
he was figuring out his exact words so he wouldn't fumble.
But it's a thing that
Well,
they teach you that if you speak slow and you put a lot of pauses in your speeches, you sound more interesting to the people. Like you speak better. You know what I'm saying? Like it catches people's attention more and they get involved more into your
So
speech.
if I want to pause for a minute for every conversation, you may think I sounded interesting.
It actually sounded pretty fucking interesting. I was waiting to hear what you had to say.
Exactly. See?
so
But
you
we
just
all
gotta
know
pause
now I
just
talk
long
like this.
enough.
I thought, I talk fast as fuck. He's like, what you just say? I think you heard what I said. No, I didn't hear what you said, Spills. Okay, I know I talk fast. But if I was to play Obama and said everything I wanted at a slower pace, you might want to listen to me.
That sounds more interesting, right? Go ahead, Yaiko. You
It
can't
does,
lie
but
and say it doesn't pull you in a
when
little
he
more.
said Obama, it sounded like he said I would be your mama.
Now, there you go, escaping the question. You were addressed clearly a question on whether or not you felt like what I was saying would be taken for interestingly. And you, sir, are evading.
I would never say I'm evading, sir. In fact, in response to what you're saying, do I believe that the pauses make it more interesting? Definitely. Are you good at it? Certainly. But will you do it? Fuck no.
Just for that. From this moment on, sir, you have Black in the house. Black Obama. Not Barack, but Black. Black. It's spelled Black.
Balake.
Black. Black.
Balake.
Black. Black
Hey, Ron.
Black O drama. I like that. Black O
Balake
drama, nigga.
drama. Damn.
Black O drama, nigga. Mhm.
All right, fellas. Well, listen,
Yeah.
man.
you know,
I think it's
you
getting
know,
late,
it's
no?
yeah, for sure. It's crazy how like that really do make shit more interesting. I think we're going to start talking like that a little more. You know what I'm saying?
For the
So
podcast, we have to give the people exactly what it is they need. And we know that what makes my voice sound more appealing to the people is when I take a pause in between certain words and express clearly my disdain or my, should I say, encouragement of a certain situation.
Can I tell you that the enunciations that are coming with it are immaculate? I could hear
see it.
everything you're saying. No fumble.
No fumble.
So I got one quick question before we go. As I looked up them wars. So what specific war are you talking about? Are you talking about the King Philip's War? Are you talking about the Korean War? Are you talking about the Vietnam War? Or are you talking about
I'm
the
I'm speaking about clearly the war that was
or the
taken.
War of 1812?
No, sir, clearly not that war. I'm speaking of the war before America was named America, when the Romans and the British, the Europeans, and the Chinese, and everyone else gathered together in unity to attack the black man here in America.
All right. So when I looked up, they said there's no recollection of it. There's no record of
Of
it.
course, there's not.
Yeah. So I'll do more
This-
research. Maybe I'll have a
This
better answer
is
for you next time.
what we would call his story.
There you go.
It's
So
time to hear my story.
I'll dig a little deeper into the story and see if I can find that for you guys for the next episode. But tune into the next episode as well, because that's the time, all the time we have. And the next episode, I have something that I spoke to Yaiko about. We didn't really get to talk about it. But Razel, I haven't even mentioned it to you because it completely slipped my mind. But this is for the next episode. Have you guys heard of the tree that grows 40 fruits?
No, I have not. And I'll be
Hmm.
interested to do some research and find out what the fuck it is for the next episode. But
There you go.
I gotta say though, Dyko,
Mm.
I was looking in the camera a lot of times when I was talking, so I wasn't really focused on you. I don't know if it's the fucking filter or if it's you, sir, but you seem to be glowing. You look like you have a aura behind you or around you. It's weird. Like I don't see no. Usually when I see like the backgrounds like around your head is blurry, but it's really clear. It's like you're really there. But the color of you looks off, but it's clear. I don't understand how. You
I
understand
get
what I'm
what you're
saying?
saying. Yeah, I see it too. Like, are you photoshopped? Are you AI'd? Are you really there?
Yeah.
It's possible I don't exist. I don't think any of us exist.
You're really clear. Like the image is really clear, but yet it's still smoky.
Like, it looks like you're there for real. But yeah, I get what he's saying. Like, you're not the same tone. It's almost
It
like the
could be
light from.
smoke in
Oh,
the air.
it's the light from the door. Maybe you're really there. Like, it gotta be that.
Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
It's really weird. Not in a bad way, bro. Not in a bad way. It's just like, it looks weird though.
It's
I
you
get
know
what
what I
he's
think it
saying.
is. I think it's the broquito.
No, it's not, bro. It's
Nah, I
the
get what
way.
he's saying. You'll probably see it when you watch the episode back. Oh, my bad.
I got
Sorry.
you.
Nah, let me not.
Right.
Let me not.
We know y'all gonna watch episodes. The fuck you talking about, nigga? You'll never see this
Guilty?
shit. Huh?
I've watched a couple. I've commented on the way I
We've made
sound.
about
Here's the
45
problem,
of them. Watch 3 of them.
though. Yes, but
Watch
on,
3 out of 45.
hey, listen, man. Call me
Yeah,
eccentric
look
if
at
you
this.
want. I can't do it. I try.
Weak. Huh?
I said I can't do it, man. I try. I annoy myself. I don't like it.
I know. We say it all the time. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, he won't watch our show for 45 minutes. He'll watch one that's like 2 hours and 14 seconds. He'll watch the whole thing. Won't watch our shit. Oh no. Oh no.
Well,
Don't
I've
let me
already
know.
lived it, so I don't need to watch it. I'm actually researching when I'm doing other things, so that's how I get my information. So
Well, it's
you
called,
know, if I'm wrong for gaining research, I'll never apologize.
He kind of got you with that one. You have a rebuttal?
our algorithm, you know what I'm saying, go up with along with doing research. That's how I'm always prepared for the show at hand and how I always know what we already done. I'm doing both. It's called multitasking.
Yeah, he got you with that one, Yaiko. You got any rebuttal to that?
I mean, multitask away. I've already given my reasons for how I live. I don't justify myself by anybody.
Yo, that's funny. I gotta tell you guys, yo, broquito. So I can't eat chips like I used to. I love chips, but I don't eat them like I used to because y'all know I try to be on my shit. But broquito and Doritos is the shit. That shit makes you go loquito. It's like it's like the rice with the sofrito.
Oh my god!
I hope you throw up or either shit, poquito
Oh
Not
my
even a
God,
poquito.
y'all are just wilding now.
But yeah, tune in, y'all. That's all the time we got. Tune in to the next episode where we talk about what could be the tree of life. I don't know, but the tree that grows 40 different fruits, and it grows
40 fruit, nigga.
fruits
40.
all year around.
40 fruit. God damn it.
Yep. We're gonna talk more about that later on. But yo, it's always a pleasure. I'm Roman Christopher. That is Yaiko, and that is Rozelle, and we are out of
Yo,
here.
what?
Deuces, y'all.